State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida State Seminoles. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Noles will put toe to leather and will get started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They'll run play action. Buys a little time with his feet. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. Look at it. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
To the air. It's Garrison. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Line up to punt it away. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Slithers into space. Gets it past the marker. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
And the Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Proctor. Working that left side now. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move him back. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Powers through the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds a man in the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Seminoles have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Here's the handoff. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. There he goes. He'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, no. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Garrison. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Rebels want to move quickly. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Off the RPO, complete. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. with a gun to give to the back. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking to throw, it's Garrison. Quickly complete. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Rebels didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Going for 6. And they will score. Touchdown, Rebels. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. In motion, try to clear the picture. They'll run the toss. Creates a little space.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for room. It's Thomas. Turning it on. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go to the fullback. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Proctor. He's going to take off, and he gets it done on 3rd. and they move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
The Seminoles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Creates a little room. Big run there. Gets it inside the 20, all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds. From the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Tight end now in motion. The give to the left. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on second down. This quarterback part of their running game. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. The Noles line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal.
Exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Navy is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Louisville. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Fires to the wideout. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Sends it back in motion. Finding an escape route. Oh, he's got some space. He's steps out of bounds just short of the end zone, and they'll try to punch it in from there.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
And the Knowles just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Trying to pound it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Little over-anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a man. It's Garrison. He's got him. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Off the play fake. Now improvising. Got his man. Breaks into the open. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. The Rebels can really attack on this second and short. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Quick completion on the out route. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. spear flaming. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Turns it on in midfield. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
No secret sauce, no tricking people. Third down and 1. I got to be the more physical team, Jesse, and they were.
And it's so nice, too, when you've got playmakers like that guy that can take a play that's only designed maybe to get a couple yards and turn it into a big gainer. This offense is loaded with weapons.
Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Makes the grab on the shuffle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Muscling ahead on third and short. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Into the end zone. Touchdown, no! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The run from the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Rebels hit it quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. back and leaves it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The Knowles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Dumps it to the back. Finds his target down the middle. And they'll knock him down. The Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Heels the punt and try to pick up some yards. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Dropping back, it's Garrison. Here's the Heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the 2nd half to throw any completions.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the 2nd half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. You want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job breaking on the football. Unbelievable job. You got to have vision on the quarterback. See it, break it, go get it. Give me that INT.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. Touchdown, Seminoles! And the route is on.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Out of the end zone. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. after throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Rebels in the hurry up.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next.
It's a running room. At the 30. He's at the... and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Stop short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Noles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Makes the grab. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. And the Noles decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. To the air, it's Garrison. Makes the grab on the left.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happening football, it all starts with a big completion.
He tries to take the top off. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. The Rebels will hustle to the line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances there.
Going for the big play. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Rebels! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long. A step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. Find some fresh air. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the right. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
An offense has practiced this situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
Let's send the tight end in motion. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Grabbed in the middle. It's Acho. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield. It's Garrison. Got his man on the right. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late.
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And the Rebels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking the deep shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Second down, they'll go to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in the window. Good pass defense.
Scanning the field, it's Garrison. Pressure coming. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Wants to go up top. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. So an 82-yard drive there. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Wants to adjust the pattern. Offense working from the pistol. Not sure why they want to throw again. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.